take a trip back in time and enter into We Love 90s Fridays, where I reminisce about 90s nostalgic pop culture, touching on music, movies, TVs, trends, events, and more. So let's begin. This week we jump into our YouTube time machine and head back to the year of 1995 to talk about Goosebumps. Now, Goosebumps premiered in 1995 and lasted 3 years, getting tossed in the TV trash by 1998. Now, Goosebumps, the television show, stemmed from the awesome Goosebumps literature series, both created by R.L. Stine. Goosebumps books were the 90s kids' premier book of choice. It was for me, at least. Every 90s kid had to read Goosebumps, using them as your 25-book summer reading requirement, borrowing it from your friends, or finding a copy on the back of your school bus. And of course, you remember the classics: Welcome to Dead House, Welcome to Camp Nightmare, Night of the Living Dummy, The Girl Who Cried Monster. I don't need to go on, folks. The nostalgia is back. You can't lie that these books would partly scare the crap out of you in 3rd grade. But you try to act all cool and crap. Man, you were scared. Then we would get to the You Choose Adventure Goosebumps books. Those were the real pretty, sparkly, shiny covers that screamed, cool effing book. Then you would start reading a couple pages, then it was like, turn to page 118 and turn right. Turn to page 67 to turn left. Turn to page 15 to go back. Then you would get all vagina about life, go to page 15 to play it safe. And then you would get caught in a pillow factory and you'd be turned into a pillow and never seen again. Game over. Start again. Page 1. Then remember when you would cheat? I don't lie. You would totally cheat. You would turn to page 118 to go right, but you would keep your finger bookmarked on the original page. Read a couple lines into page 118, making sure it was safe. And if 118 was your page, that was your page. You would keep it. But if not, you would take your ass to page 67. Sometimes you would run into Goosebumps karma, though, in which you would read a few lines and it would seem safe. Then another page and a half into it, you were in a total amount of crap. Whoops! Page 118 got you eaten by the feather clown. Bullshizzle. Game over. Start again. Page 1. Fear Street, though. Y'all remember Fear Street? Fear Street was that more sophisticated Goosebumps for teenagers. But I was reading those around the same time. When it came to reading, I was a super bookworm. You know, those books had their sparkle, but the Goosebumps series is what really helped me. Now, let's move on to the TV show. The Goosebumps TV show was on Fox Kids, and that was the shizzle that made you feel important, because I was around the time they introduced that TV rating system, so it would pop up, Y7. You remember that shit? So if you were 7, around 7, or just over 7, you felt either dangerous, accomplished, or distinguished for being able to watch that television show with that Y7 rating. Then, you remember the opening intro, and then R.L. Stine with the little, dressed in black, and he was carrying a briefcase, and the briefcase opened, and the papers flew all over the place and shit, and then that possessed ass G came out, started messing up all the people in the city like a bad case of bath salts in Miami. Oh, goodness. My favorite episode was Night of the Living Dummy, which was about this evil demon ventriloquist dummy that shows up at this chick's house and just starts torturing her. Whoa, it was so crazy, guys. Man, Goosebumps came on during broad freaking daylight. I think it was like 4:30 in the afternoon for me. But after watching that episode, man, I thought about my young life for a little bit. I didn't even trust my stuffed animals for a couple of weeks at all because of that little ankle-biting murderous poop of a dummy that was menacingly horrifying. But it's time to blow this popsicle stand and bring our time machines back to 2012 as we close the chapter on Goosebumps and prepare for our next week's trip back into the 90s. Now, of course, you know what to do. Like it to let me know you loved it, and if you want to see more of it, sub it. Also, we love the 90s as interactive, so you choose the next episode. Now, will it be GIGA Pets? The awesome super keychain game that had our damn animals dying because we didn't give him water? Or the Lion King movie, Mufasa. Or if you could get 10 thumbs up on the episode topic that you suggest in the comments, I will choose that topic to be featured in the next episode. But until then, remember, for a trip back to one of the best generations for 80s babies loved by all generations, this is We Love 90s Fridays. And until then, citizens, this is the villain known as Monroe, and you've been murdered. I don't give a fuck. I'm MsMurderMonroe, the most infamous supervillain on YouTube.